What's up? It's working good now. How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I can't really complain, man. Even though I do sometimes, but I shouldn't. I mean, I'm doing damn good. I just wanted to make a random vlog here. I've been off today. I called it off work today cuz I had the sick hours available and I just wanted to use them. Um cuz I have my weekend. I was off yesterday and the day before, so this will be 3 day weekend for me, which I really am glad I made it into a 3 day weekend because um, I pretty much didn't do a whole lot all weekend. I just been kind of loafing around the house. It heated up here in California, Southern California, Orange County, like real quick. Last 3 days it's been like 90 degrees outside. Today it's 95, pushing 100. It's really hot outside. I don't do well in the heat. I'm kind of a baby. When it comes to the heat, I'm just not suited for it. I'm more of a cold weather, cloudy weather type person. I do better when it's cool and cloudy. That's my kind of weather. I'm a white boy. What do you expect? So I've been off for the last couple of days. I'm off today. I do have to work tomorrow. It is going to be a short week for me. I only have to work for 4 days, and then I'm going to be on a little vacation finally. I got my vacation got approved, so I'm going to have a little over a week off. So that'll be my first vacation in over 4 years. So I really need it, and I'm pretty happy that I just bit the bullet and took the time off. I'm gonna lose the pay. I'm gonna lose a week of pay, but oh well. I'm gonna go see my mom. I'm gonna spend half of my vacation going to see. I'm gonna hang out with my mom for a few days, and it's her birthday, so I wanted to be there for her. My goal is to be at my mom's birthdays from now on for as long as she lives. I want to be there for her birthday from now on. Okay, at least go see mom for her birthdays. Once a year. But I'd like to go see her way more than that. That's the goal. I just want to see my mom as much as possible, but minimum once a year for her birthday for at least a few days. But that's still not enough for me. It's hot. The air conditioners can be kicking on, so hopefully it doesn't affect the audio much. It's my second cup of coffee today. Um, but I've been just been real kind of lethargic lately. Last few days. Um, I think a lot of it has to do with the weather change. It's getting hot, and usually the heat kind of zaps my energy, and that's what I kind of feel like. It's nice in here. I mean, yeah, I got central air, and it kind of like it's hot outside. I don't want to really do anything outside. I mean, um, not yesterday, but day before yesterday, I went to the beach, which is way cooler. But I can't go outside much today because I woke up this morning with a little blister on my lip, and I kind of figured that's what was going on because I kind of felt a little weird last couple of days. Yesterday, I started feeling a little weird, and I noticed a little cold sore on my lip, so I started my treatment. Something I've been dealing with since I was a kid, off and on through my whole life. Freaking cold sore. So it's almost cleared up. My treatment works very well, by the way. If any of you out there suffer from cold sores, what you want to do is the second you immediately, as soon as you can, and you start feeling it, you start icing it, right? And take some Tylenol, get your little fever down, and then start getting a Q-tip and get some. It's called. Let me get the bottle. Hang on. Let me get the bottle. This stuff is pretty amazing, and nobody knows about it. All right. So, anyways, I always have a hard time remembering what this stuff's called. It's called Camphor Spirit. Camphor Spirit. You can't buy it. I don't think you can. I don't think you can buy it in California over the counter, but you can get it on Amazon. That's where I got it. It's not very expensive. You just get your little Q-tip, right? Dip it in, right? Dip it in there. Just roll it on the little blister, right? And you just keep doing that as much as you want. I would say do it like at least uh, do it at least a couple times an hour, right? And the blister won't even come out. It'll just dry it up. So that's my little treatment. Works well. First day you want to keep icing it, and just keep icing it on the first day. Take your Tylenol, and just start doing that camphor spirits as much as you can. The more the better, because it'll dry it up, and you can barely see it, but it's there. But it'll be totally gone by tomorrow, so it's no big deal, really. If you know anybody that's dealing with that, it's a virus. Unfortunately, it's a virus, and it stays in your system, in your nerves for your entire life. Some people have it; they don't even know it, and it just stays dormant. And then some people, it comes out every once in a while. And unfortunately, I'm one of those people where it comes out every once in a while, just on my lip. It's not that kind, thank God. So, anyways, that's what I've been dealing with since yesterday. So I've been kind of like, whenever that happens, the virus decides to do that. It makes you feel real tired and kind of like little, almost like a headache, right? And a slight fever. And so that's why I've been kind of like in and out of bed for the last almost 3 days. And that's what I've been dealing with. And it's, when I was younger, it was worse because I didn't know how to treat it. And it would get pretty bad, right? And when you're in school, people are really critical of you, right? The first time I had a blister on my lip was probably when I was a teenager, and it was bad, right? It was really bad. And sun is really, you're not, if you're having an issue like that, you don't want to be out in the sun, because sun is definitely like, doesn't help. You want to ice it, okay? You want the cold. The cold will make it reverse. So, anyways, uh, when I was a kid, uh, I had the first breakout, right? I'm just going to call it a cold sore, all right? I hate the name, the scientific name they gave it, because it's just not a good name. I'm going to call it a cold sore, all right? Because you know how people are. If you call it for really what it is, they're going to fucking, their brain's going to shut you down. They're going to shut you down pretty much. So, anyways, when I was a kid, I'd get them. And then throughout my life, I'd get them. And they caused me to be very self-conscious and insecure with myself, because you know how kids are. They'll put you down, and or they'll say something really bad to you, make you feel bad. And it caused me to be very self-conscious and insecure, angry, because I felt like a victim. And it's nothing I did wrong. I mean, you can inherit it from your mother when you're in the womb. Okay, it can be passed on. So, or you could just innocently, as a child, grab someone's drink that has the virus, drink, and then you got it. Okay, so it's nothing that I did wrong. It's just something that happened, and it's been part of my life since I was a child. And I didn't mean this video to end up being about that, but it is, and because I'm giving an update here on how I've been, and that's what's been going on for the last couple of days. And I don't let it affect me anymore like I used to. It used to really like it'd get me like depressed, right? But of course it's not fun. Of course you don't like it. You never will. But nobody's perfect, man. Everybody's got their issues, right? And everybody's got issues. That's all there is to it, man. A lot of people try to make it appear like they don't, and they'll try to make their life seem like everything's perfect, but it's not. That's just not the reality of human life. Some people, they struggle with their emotions, they get depressed, and there's no real reason to be, okay? It's just in their head, okay? It's just how some people are wired, or maybe something happened to them and they just can't get over it. And so they that's how they deal with it. They become depressed, okay? Or they become self-conscious, or they become you know recluse, or whatever. Everybody deals with their emotions differently. you know I learned how to deal with that, and that's something I know I have to deal with for the rest of my life. But I don't let it rule my life, okay, like I used to. I remember when I was doing in the band scene, excuse me, and if I ever had a cold sore and I had a show coming up, me worrying about that literally made it worse, okay? And I'd end up getting a worse breakout. It was like it was like literally like torture, having to go just in public with a cold sore, but having to go on stage and perform like that, it was like torture for me. And all that worrying, the way I dealt with those emotions, it just made it worse. So, just like anything, you know, worrying, it doesn't help anything. It just makes shit worse, okay? Just like allowing yourself to be depressed over something, it just makes it worse. So, sometimes you just got to accept things and move on. You just have to accept things for what they are, and move on, because life is so short. There is no time for that. Really. There's no time to worry about shit. You know, if I feel like, I'm having a problem, I just don't worry about it. Just try not to worry about it, because it's just going to make it worse. Worrying does no good. It absolutely does no good. You know, and most people don't worry about it as much as you do, right? Like, I remember many times I'm just dying inside, right? Because of whatever. I got cold sore, or I got a rash, or I just feel so gross, because of something. But it's all in my head. Most people don't even notice, first of all. And even if they do, most of them really don't care. As adults, yeah, kids are cruel. Kids could be cruel. They don't know any better. But as adults, most mature adults, they really could give a rat's ass. Really, I give more of a rat's ass than anybody else. Really. So it's like people create their own, you know, emotional traumas. It seems like. And I'm just laying there thinking, okay, yeah, okay, big deal, fucking cold sore, big deal. How many of the how many? What's the percentage of the population on the planet Earth that has to deal with this? You know, a lot, a pretty good percentage of all people have to deal with this problem. Okay, and that goes with other things like depression, anxiety, all these things are very common actually, and it's just all about how you deal with it. Okay, some people didn't deal with it at first like me, but learned how to deal with it better through figuring it out throughout time or learning from other people. And then some people, they just don't worry about it. It's no big deal. They get through life like willy-nilly, like nothing. Like, I just saw a dude on internet yesterday. He was at work, and he was on a forklift at work, and he was working in the fog, and he drove it over like a small like ledge that was like maybe 10 feet in the air, and the damn thing landed on him and cut him in half. Literally, it cut him in half. From his belly button down was gone, and both of his arms were gone. He just had his torso, his head, and his beautiful girlfriend that stuck by his side through all that. And he's sitting there smiling, enjoying his life. And I'm sitting there going, oh, this fucking cold sore is absolutely nothing on the grand scheme of things people have to put up with, right? So it's just all how you deal with bullshit and stress. So, there I'm much better at handling stuff now than I was even just 10 years ago. You just kind of learn, you figure it out. You learn how to just turn things off, okay? Because most of the problems we'd have as people, we have the ability just to turn it off. The worrying, the depression, the stress, we have the ability to just shut it off, to turn it off, to rebuke those feelings. We have that ability. And as a 53-year-old man, I am much better at it now than I used to be. And that's something I feel good about myself about, is being able to deal with just life better. Okay. And it's not all me. People have helped me. People have been there for me. People support me. I support myself better now. Just a lot of things. I'm recently got things uh, out of my life that weren't helping me, drugs and alcohol. And I've gotten people out of my life that weren't helping me. And just everything's a continual process. And the end goal is just happiness. Okay. That's it. But things can't always be good, because if that was the case, it wouldn't be good anymore. Okay. You have to have some bad to have good, because it's like a yin and yang. You have to have both. Because if you just have one, it's not that one anymore. Okay, so you have to have positive and negative. It has to be that way. It's just how life is. You have to have ups to have a down. Okay, to have a down, you had to have an up. That's just how it is, man. Same with your emotions. It's ups and downs, ups and downs. You get depressed, you get better. Okay, you just figure it out. And I'm just trying to express some of my feelings, because like the other day I was on Facebook, right? And there was a post, and the question was, what keeps you up at night? Okay. And there's a whole bunch of comments. And I would say 80% of those comments, the number one reason people can't sleep at night is because of anxiety and stress and depression. Okay? So this is something that's very, very common, it seems, with people these days, especially these days, with the way the economy is, the way there's all this internet, all this stuff that's not helping people's emotional state, right? And so, like, I was pretty shocked to see how many people have anxiety and stress these days, just general population, right? So, it seems to be a problem with a lot of people these days. So, if you're out there like me, you feel stress, you feel anxiety, you feel depressed, you're definitely not alone. And, there's a lot of people that feel your pain. So the struggle is real, you know, and I just kind of wanted to get that off my chest. I feel good. I'm not stressing about nothing. Even though like I used to stress about little shit like a cold sore or whatever, but I just don't do that no more. There's no point, There's no point in worrying about shit. It helps. It does no good to worry about shit. It does no good. It just makes shit worse, okay? There's a difference between thinking about something so you can do something, but to worry about it and stress over it, it really does no good, you know? So that's pretty much what I got on this post. It's super hot outside, so I'm not going to do anything outside today, but I am going to be cooking here in a little while on a live stream. I know I said that earlier yesterday, but I wasn't feeling good. Okay, I had the little headache and the little like tired feeling that comes with the cold sore thing. So, anyways, I'm going to be cooking up a storm here in a little while live. So, if you want to check that out, I'll probably be starting in about an hour or two. We'll see. But I got to cook up a buttload of food here, and that'll be my food for the next few days until I go to my mom's, and then we'll see how that goes. I'll probably do some filming from out there, which will be pretty cool. A little change of atmosphere. So I'm going to go ahead and button this video up. I just wanted to get some things off my chest. And I do appreciate y'all and your continued support. And we'll catch y'all later. See ya.